Have you ever heard someone say, "It's all downhill after 60," or "You can't teach an old dog new tricks"? These kinds of statements can make aging sound like something to dread, but the truth is, many of the things we believe about aging and longevity just aren't true. In fact, some of these myths can hold us back from living our best lives as we get older. In this video, we're going to bust the top 5 myths about aging and longevity that you need to stop believing. These myths can keep you from making the most of your golden years, and by the end of this video, you'll have a fresh perspective on what it really means to age well. Whether you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, this is for you. Let's start with the first myth. Aging means you'll inevitably decline in health. This is one of the most common misconceptions about getting older, but it's simply not true. While it's natural for our bodies to change as we age, decline isn't inevitable. In fact, many people find that they're healthier and more active in their later years than they were in their 40s or 50s. The key here is that your lifestyle choices have a huge impact on how you age. Eating well, staying active, and managing stress can help you maintain your health and vitality for years to come. The second myth we'll tackle is, you can't learn new things after a certain age. This one is particularly damaging because it can make people feel like they're too old to try something new or pursue a passion. But the truth is, your brain is capable of learning and growing at any age. Let me share a story about Jonathan, a 75-year-old man who had always wanted to learn how to play the guitar. He'd put it off for years, thinking he was too old to start. But one day, Jonathan decided to give it a try. He bought a beginner's guitar, found some online tutorials, and started practicing a little every day. At first, it was challenging, but Jonathan stuck with it. Within a few months, he was playing simple songs, and now, 2 years later, he's even performing at his local community center. Jonathan says learning the guitar has brought him so much joy and a sense of accomplishment. The takeaway here is that it's never too late to learn something new. Whether it's a musical instrument, a new language, or a skill like painting or cooking, your brain is capable of amazing things at any age. Now, let's move on to the third myth. You don't need as much sleep when you're older. This one is tricky because it's true that our sleep patterns can change as we age, but that doesn't mean we need less sleep. In fact, getting enough quality sleep is just as important for seniors as it is for younger adults. Take the story of Helen, a 78-year-old woman who had been struggling with insomnia for years. She'd wake up in the middle of the night and lie there for hours, feeling frustrated and exhausted. Helen's doctor suggested a few changes to her bedtime routine, like avoiding screens before bed, keeping her bedroom cool and dark, and establishing a consistent sleep schedule. Helen also started drinking chamomile tea in the evenings to help her relax. Within a few weeks, she noticed a big improvement in her sleep quality. Helen says she feels more rested and energized during the day, and she's even started taking morning walks again. If you're having trouble sleeping, it's worth taking a closer look at your habits and environment. Small changes like creating a calming bedtime routine or adjusting your sleep environment can make a big difference. Now that we've covered the myths about inevitable decline, the inability to learn new things, and the need for less sleep, let's move on to the next myth. You should slow down and take it easy as you age, but we'll dive into that in the next part of this video. For now, I would love to hear from you. Have you ever believed any of these myths? How have they affected your life? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're finding this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Your support means the world to us and helps us create more content to help people like you live their best lives. In the first part of this video, we busted 3 common myths about aging and longevity. The idea that decline is inevitable, that you can't learn new things as you age, and that you need less sleep as you get older. These myths can hold us back from living our best lives, but the truth is, aging is full of possibilities if we approach it with the right mindset. Now, let's continue with the next two myths and explore how you can embrace a more positive and empowering view of aging. The fourth myth we'll tackle is, you should slow down and take it easy as you age. This one is particularly pervasive, and it's easy to see why. After decades of working, raising families, and juggling responsibilities, many of us feel like we've earned the right to relax. And while rest and relaxation are important, slowing down too much can actually be harmful to your health. Take the story of Robert, a 76-year-old man who had always been active but started slowing down after he retired. He spent most of his days sitting in front of the TV, and over time, he noticed that he was losing strength and flexibility. Robert's doctor warned him that a sedentary lifestyle could increase his risk of chronic conditions like heart disease and diabetes. So, Robert decided to make a change. He started with short walks around his neighborhood and gradually worked his way up to longer hikes. He also joined a local Tai Chi class, which helped him improve his balance and flexibility. Today, Robert says he feels stronger and more energetic than he has in years. He's even planning a hiking trip with his grandchildren. The key here is that staying active is crucial for maintaining your health and independence as you age. It's not about running marathons or lifting heavy weights. It's about finding activities that you enjoy and that keep your body moving. Whether it's walking, swimming, dancing, or gardening, staying active can help you feel your best at any age. The fifth myth we'll explore is, it's too late to make meaningful changes to your health. This one can be especially discouraging because it makes people feel like there's no point in trying to improve their health if they haven't been perfect their whole lives. But the truth is, it's never too late to make positive changes that can have a big impact on your well-being. Let me share a story about Linda, a 70-year-old woman who had been a smoker for most of her life. She'd tried to quit many times, but always went back to it. One day, Linda's doctor told her that even at her age, quitting smoking could significantly improve her health and reduce her risk of serious conditions like lung cancer and heart disease. Linda decided to give it one more try, and this time she succeeded. She says quitting smoking was one of the hardest things she's ever done, but it was also one of the most rewarding. Today, Linda feels healthier and more energetic than she has in years, and she's even started taking daily walks to improve her lung capacity. The takeaway here is that it's never too late to make positive changes to your health. Whether it's quitting smoking, eating a healthier diet, or starting an exercise routine, small changes can add up to big results over time. Now, let's talk about the sixth myth. Aging means losing your independence. This one can be particularly scary because it makes people feel like they're destined to rely on others as they get older. But the truth is, many seniors are able to maintain their independence well into their later years by taking proactive steps to stay healthy and active. Take the story of Dorothy, an 82-year-old woman who lives alone and takes pride in her independence. Dorothy's doctor recommended that she focus on strength training to help her maintain her mobility and prevent falls. Dorothy started doing simple exercises at home, like squats and leg lifts, and she also installed grab bars in her bathroom and added better lighting in her hallways. Today, Dorothy says she feels confident and capable in her daily life, and she's even started teaching her friends how to stay independent as they age. The key here is that independence is something you can work to maintain. By staying active, making your home safer, and staying on top of your health, you can continue to live life on your own terms. Now that we've covered the myths about slowing down, the idea that it's too late to make changes, and the fear of losing independence, let's move on to the next myth. Aging means losing your sense of purpose. In the first two parts of this video, we've busted 6 common myths about aging and longevity. The idea that decline is inevitable, that you can't learn new things as you age, that you need less sleep, that you should slow down, that it's too late to make meaningful changes, and that aging means losing your independence. These myths can hold us back from living our best lives, but the truth is, aging is full of possibilities if we approach it with the right mindset. Now, let's dive into the final myth and wrap up with some thoughts to help you embrace a more positive and empowering view of aging. The 7th and final myth we'll tackle is, aging means losing your sense of purpose. This one can be particularly damaging because it makes people feel like their best years are behind them. But the truth is, many seniors find that their later years are some of the most fulfilling and purposeful times of their lives. Take the story of Nathan, a 78-year-old man who had always been a busy professional but felt lost after he retired. He missed the sense of purpose that his career had given him and wasn't sure what to do with his time. One day, Nathan's granddaughter asked him to help her with a school project, and he realized how much he enjoyed teaching and mentoring. Nathan decided to volunteer at a local school where he helps students with their math homework and shares stories from his career. He says it's one of the most rewarding things he's ever done and has given him a renewed sense of purpose. The key here is that purpose doesn't have to come from a job or a specific role. It can come from volunteering, spending time with family, pursuing a hobby, or even just helping a neighbor. The important thing is to find something that brings you joy and makes you feel like you're making a difference. Now that we've covered all 7 myths, let's take a moment to reflect. The key takeaway here is that aging doesn't have to be something to dread. By busting these myths and embracing a more positive and proactive approach to aging, you can live a longer, healthier, and more fulfilling life. If you're feeling overwhelmed by all the changes that come with aging, that's okay. Start by focusing on 1 or 2 areas where you'd like to make a change, whether it's staying active, learning something new, or finding a new sense of purpose. Small steps can lead to big results over time. I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever believed any of these myths? How have you overcome them? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your story might inspire someone else to take that first step toward a more positive view of aging. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Your support means so much to us and helps us create more content to help people like you live their best lives. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, aging is what you make of it.